It's time to expand your consciousness and create a new enlightened transformational you by raising your vibrational frequency. We will talk about ETs, light ships, the ascending human, our ascending planet, visitations, and first conscious contact upon our new fifth dimensional Earth. Welcome to Universal Unity, New Earth Consciousness. It's time to activate a better you by embracing the white light of Source. Now your host and universal guide, Joanna L. Roth.
Good morning. This is Joanna from Universal Unity. Thank you so much for tuning in. We have some really lovely, profound energy, and it's been an incredible week for me this week. So I'm going to share some of those experiences with you as we move along in our recording today. And today is a beautiful number 3 day as far as numbers are concerned, and numbers, vibrations, and we're moving into the month of February. So part of our energy that we're going to be moving through and musing with today is again about manifestation and creation. And we're going to go back and link it back through the light field of all that we are, back through the light field of all that is, the unified field, because we always allow ourselves to tie it back to who are we and what do we exist within and what exists within us. And so allow yourself to get relaxed and open the divine sacred heart center as we move through these beautiful energies of manifestation and the whole universe celebrating and allowing us to come to life in a new way, which will be part of our topic today, is coming to life. But before we do that, we want to get on to some reminders, because we do have our closing date for our sacred Holy Land experience in Israel. And so I'm encouraging everybody that this is the last weekend to kind of register for it. So we're looking for about 8 more people to go on this trip with us in the sacred, beautiful, sacred tour that we will be channeling in the divine Christ consciousness, which are here with us in the etheric chambers. So thank you. We're here with us right now and within our hearts. And so allowing us to dive more into who we are and allow ourselves great celebration, which is also a part of our energies and our experience that we're going to emit today, is celebration for all that is love, for all that we are. And that will be a grand part of the Israel sacred tour. And in most of our teachings now, we're always seem to be touching on the understanding that Gaia is offering new frequencies as our consciousness rises and allows these new conscious weavings and grids and alterations in the portals and the vortexes, which will allow for the physical vessel, the etheric field, to be repatterned in every way. So many of these sacred spaces that we're intuitively drawn to will be the alignment of that. And so those that go to these sacred events and these sacred communal gatherings will feel many different activations and many different soulful repatterning, if you will, so that we let go of the old belief patterns and the old etheric imprints, if you will, that has been imprinted upon us in eons of human experience. And so that's why we usually come away with grand transformational sensations and a lot of crying and a lot of release and a lot of new thoughts and new inspirations, because the etheric field, your DNA and all that is being adjusted and shifted to meet and match your open heart, pure intent to transform and renew yourself and rebirth and come to life in a new way. And so this is what our energy and our inspirations will truly allow ourselves to soak within these beautiful sacred areas upon Gaia that she offers to us at all times. And know that every divine sacred land offering has a unique encoding, has a unique remembrance of who you are within that grid, within the grid of who you are, within the grid of Gaia. And so that's a whole other show that we can do upon that, which I'm being inspired that we can talk about the grids and Gaia once again in this way as we move closer to our sacred tours. And we're calling them the Sacred Ascension Tours because truly that's what they are. They will incorporate more family events. Children will be incorporated in this because it's a new stirring and a new divine revelation from my own stirrings and my own pathwork, is that I will be incorporating a lot of the ascension teachings in with inclusivity with children, inclusivity with the divine crystalline children, the light children that are coming of age, if you will, allowing themselves to be born in the heightened frequencies of Gaia, that which we change and we alter and we transform. As we allow our consciousness, or collective consciousness, to raise, so too are all these higher dimensional beings and these children allowing themselves to also get excited within these transformational times and being born upon this planet in this way. However, there is a huge gap a huge gap of what is being offered in traditional systems for the children. And so it's really important that each and every one of us take every opportunity that we can as divinely awakened human beings to also allow them inclusivity to our own findings and what we've allowed ourselves to become aware of and renewed and remembered, so that these children can also too remember who they are. For that's an aspect of ascension, that as you walk forward in your own authentic light, you allow others to do so as well. And this is the sharing aspect of ascension, the action and allowing that energy cycle to be continued in every way, that allow the children to be a part of your path, allow the children to be included in your initiations, your invocations, your prayers, your allowance to create greater light for thyself. Because your children will get it, and they'll click on and they'll tune in. For it's not being offered in any school. It's not being offered in any social environments. And so we've created we've created a new platform for this Crystalline Children of Light, if you will. And Tina's got the links up on the chat room area. And it's the Crystalline Children of Light at blogspot.ca. And we've also got it listed on our Facebook page. So, and Tina's also got the Facebook page up there, as well as some lovely lightship pictures that I've taken over the last couple of days with my elegant divine entanglement with my teams, and how this beautiful energy that we're swimming within right now just feels so lucid and surreal, as far as the universal embrace that we're getting and celebrating who we are and what we're moving into. And this is an aspect of it. And we're celebrating the new beginnings and the new human stories in which children can be included in all of our ascension path work, can be included in all of our enlightenment and awakening work. They're the ones that are coming up the path, if you will, that we've cleared the way, if you will. And they've come here in heightened frequencies, and there's not a lot being offered to allow all that they are as creative, divine, living light beings to create in their own unique way, to get in touch with their own intuitive sensing, to get in touch with their own unique embrace and partnership with Mother, Father, God, with creation, with all that is, with the elementals, with the earth. And so there's much that we can do. There is much that we can do. And so this platform is just a beginning. But we do intend to have the children and all families included in our Ascension Sacred Tours, because they should be. It's about reunification with Gaia, reunification with all life. And so the children are ready. And they need to be. They need to be caught up, if you will, and allowed to awaken, even though their frequencies are quite heightened. But there's the portals and the channels that are missing for them. And so oftentimes, I'm a mother of 3, and they oftentimes walk around, confused about who they are, just as we did when we were younger, trying to figure out who we were as heightened beings, aware and awake, but the reality around us was not so. And so they're moving through the same sense of discovery and same desire to know thyself as we have been over the last few years of awakening. And so let's allow these portals and these platforms to open up for the Crystalline Children of Light. For they are so desired to allow communications, and the children are coming in the etheric chambers. Thank you so much, children. To come in and allow themselves to be known and heard and embraced and celebrated as well. For these children are one within the Gaia revolution, if you will. So thank you for that term, children. For they are saying it's a new time, it's a new story, for inclusivity to be within the all life. And the children are so very excited to, at some point in our future now moment, to connect and commune with other children that are also telepathically heightened and telepathically aware and telepathically alive. And doing so within their dreams and heightened states, and coming to awakened states in those lucid moments. And they wake up in the morning like my children do and say, wow, Mommy, I just had a great dream, and you wouldn't believe what I dreamed. You were in there. You were in my dream when we were on light ships. And so allow these conversations to be worked into their everyday activity and their everyday musings and their everyday creative play, whether they're drawing or painting, whatever it is that they do that creatively expresses who they are. For it's their divine connection to Source. It's their divine connection to all that they are in the higher frequencies of all that they are. And to allow them those pathways and portals to express all that they are in the most divine and illuminated way. For they are divine creators, make no mistake about it. And so thank you so much for this opportunity to bring the children in. Thank you, children, along with the consciousness of the children on this planet are now tuning in. So thank you. We understand that our collective consciousness is alive and well. And we've transformed so much, and we've allowed ourselves to expand so much within our collective frequencies of consciousness. And as we've been saying over the last few months, that we've kind of turned a corner. We're in a new playground now. And so this is wonderful, because this is new for me. The children of the collective consciousness of Earth, children, are now saying, we're ready to play. We're ready to come out in a new way. And so help us create these platforms, help us create the awareness, because it's ready. We're ready now. Otherwise, this wouldn't have come up as a topic. And it wouldn't have come up as a divine stirring. That there's so many children that are available and ready and have the capacity and the skill to begin these conversations, to begin these musings and enlightenment. It's about who they are as a divine universal being, a universal child, for that's what we all are. We are all universal children, discovering and rediscovering and remembering who we are at the core of our divine sacred heart. And so thank you so much for that excitement and illumination, children of the universe, as we all are in different phases of our awakening. So thank you. How beautiful and how lovely.